This is our Juan and Mariana from Hueleme, Mucho. Today we're going to be doing a very special video, and it's a lot of my friends from the channel have asked me how we are living the coronavirus situation, and I was just going to explain. We were just going to explain a bit how we are living this. And so the thing is that in Spain we have this mentality where if somebody does not address you directly, you think this is not for you. So when everybody around us started having coronavirus, Italy, China, we said like, nah, this is not for me. This is not never going to happen in Spain. So we kept on going out, we kept on doing things, and suddenly when we realized the coronavirus was in Spain, it was already too late, and we are on a very important epidemic situation, and that we have had to shut down the country. So the video today is explaining how we are living and what we do in order to avoid spreading this disease. So
hi, hello. Yeah, that's right. The important thing for me to tell you is that we are currently in a total shutdown. We can only go outside if we are going to get some groceries, if we're going to the pharmacy, or if we're going to walk our dogs, because we understand that we cannot go out, but the dogs, they are dogs and they do not understand and they have necessities. Another thing is if you have to care for an elderly, that in that case you can go out to check on your elderly, but you have the risk to make them sick. So I think that the best is for you not to go. But yeah, well, we are only allowed to go out in those cases, and if you do go out without any of those like chores or whatever, you get fined. People like police are finding people that are outside their homes. This is a consequence of our own doing, because well, Juan and I have been in practically every day in our home since
10 days ago.
March the 9th. We that's the day that the government said that they are shutting down. They were shutting down the schools from kinder to university, and that they were recommending home office. Sorry. So since that day, we try to go out the least, just like to be on the safe side. And after that, people acted like they were on a kind of a spring break or something like that. It was a coincidence that was the first week we had like great weather since October, so everybody was really happy to go out and like have picnics and barbecues and whatever. So the government on Friday asked everyone to not go out, like for any case, like don't go out at all in case, like unless you really have to do it. People, we went to walk our dogs, which we always do, and people were everywhere, like in the park, like 100 people were, when we usually see like 3 people, there were 100 people. In national parks, there were people having barbecues, picnics, whatever. So the government say, you know what, you do not know how to handle yourself, we're gonna do it for you, and they put us in a total shutdown. People are Juan and I haven't gone out since last Friday, like at all, unless we have to go like to the grocery stores for something urgently, or like for the pharmacy, which I do have to go a lot because I have a lot of allergies. But in spite of like anything else, we do not go out. And
the thing is that Mariana is explaining all the consequences, but I think that one thing I have to point out here is that the coronavirus is extremely contagious, and this contagiousness of the virus, what may not affect you, but you may be a carrying agent of that virus. So if you go out and you get contaminated with this virus, what can happen is that even though you are not sick, you can make other people sick. And the risk people that are, there's a lot of people that are at risk, as normally the elderly, and also the people that have problems with their lungs. Maybe because you're young, maybe because you are, I don't know, you don't have any problems, you think that you are not at risk, but maybe you are not, but you're putting a lot of other people at risk. And if you transmit the disease, the problem is that it is so contagious that if everybody had this disease according to the spreading spree that it normally has, I would say that there would not be enough rooms or beds in hospitals for everyone. So just if all the hospitals are full, then imagine there's no rooms, there's no beds for heart attacks or for if you break a leg or if you do anything. So the thing is that not going out is not just for free, it's because it has consequences. Less people ill leaves more of the medical supplies for everyone, leaves more hospitals for everyone, and that's it.
I usually have to go once a month to the hospital to get a checkup, and as in, like I told you, I had one last Monday, which I was lucky enough to have, and then I had another one in the beginnings of April, which was totally canceled. They postponed it till probably May, and that's like in the pending, just like to see if I'm gonna be able to go in May. This is because all the clinics are being shut down. Even if you wanted to go to have like a private practice, you cannot go because they are the government asked them to close in order for them to go to the hospitals and help with the sick people, because there are a lot of sick people, and the doctors and nurses and medical assistants that are in the hospitals right now are not enough to cope with all the people that are coming in, because it is spreading so much. So imagine what's going on with the people that have to go like monthly with thank God I don't have anything like urgent, but there's a lot of people that do, and they cannot spare without going to the doctor, so they have to go to the hospital where all these people are, these all sick people are. And I think we have to pitch in and put a little bit of our like grain of salt and try to help, and not doing this a big deal. So if your government hasn't given you the rules to play in this moment, try to do it by yourself. Try not to go to bars, to restaurants, to clubs. If you have like a ticket for an event, try not going. It's better for you to lose like $100 for this ticket instead of all the things that you would have to pay if you are sick, or like I don't know, in this moment of need. If we don't take care of what we are doing in our countries, then you might be on the path to having a shutdown too. And in Spain, it's starting to get extremely difficult. People are losing their jobs. They're in standby, so they are not being.
There are a lot of companies that have shut down temporarily. So there's all the economy is being really shattered here. There's a lot of impact. So there's a lot of people at home that are not making any money or anything. So what we're recommending here is that you stay at home, you stay safe, you make everyone safe around you, because maybe if you're not a person that is to be at risk because of the virus, probably you can be a transmitter or a transporter of that virus to someone that is probably can be affected to it. But on the meantime, while you're at home, as we've been for the past 10 days, I recommend that you make the most out of it, that you enjoy yourself, that you learn something new, that you find things to do or whatever, just to make sure that when you go back, there is still a job or there is still something that you can do to keep on earning money. So well, this is a bit of an explanation of what we've been doing or what is happening here. I hope this is helpful for you. We don't want to preach, we don't want to do any sort of do what you must, but this is what it's really helping us, and I hope this is helpful for you too. So yes, my friends, this is the end of the video. I hope that to see you soon in next videos of Hueleme. Mucho. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.